Hi everyone. I hope you're all well, as does the crow. I wanted to talk a little bit about patience today in gardening. The garden beds you see have taken me about, I think, 4 years to develop. This was just lawn, and so I laid down some cardboard during the winter, and that kills off the grass, and then I left the cardboard and started piling mulch on top. And over the last couple of weeks I've been moving soil from some old raised beds and they're improving. They're really noticeably improving. There are a lot of worms in the soil, and I'm planning on here where the kidney shaped beds are here. I plan on putting an arch, so I've sort of planned it so that there's sort of a nice flow, and very much in the works. And it's actually good that I'm doing this video, because I'll do it again in a few weeks, and we'll see how the garden grows. But patience is so important in gardening, especially if, like me, you don't have a lot of money to spend. So I take clippings and root them, and if I purchase plants, I often buy the really small ones because it costs less. I've received lots of plants from friends, and some I've started from seed. I went to a seed sale recently, and I'm going to be doing sunflowers this year. That's the big project. Look at this. This was a clipping of forsythia. Isn't it cute? Yeah. So patience. Just enjoy the process. Nurture the plants and watch them grow, and I've had to, the grass has sort of grown in a bit, so I've just have to pull it out. I do that very slowly because I want to be very gentle. If I find a worm, I relocate it, or just put the soil back over it. Look at the rosemary. Look at the shape of that. When I planted it, I thought it was kind of askew. I'm going to take a cutting and grow another one, and then cut this one back, but it's about to bloom, so I can't do that right now. And beautiful flowering red currant. And I've showed you this before. It's our old hugelkultur mound, and I've flattened it out a little bit, and the rhubarb is much happier. And last year I acquired some strawberry plants, and I just put them, I had several, so they're sort of dotted around the garden. They're actually looking pretty happy. They're the ever-bearing variety. There's a wild carrot, Queen Anne's lace. Oh, and clover. There's always lots of clover, and I leave it in large patches, of course, for the bees. Plus, it's just so beautiful. It's so fresh. This one, oh, nice dandelions in there. So I've received a beautiful rose. Actually, I forget the name of it at the moment, from a cousin of mine. And I'm going to find a spot for the rose. I have a friend who is a bit of an expert, so I'll be checking in with him. And hi, I just wanted to show you also some of the front yard. This was a graveled area, extra parking for the previous owners of the house, and I left it for years and just weeded it, and some buddleia popped up, which is wonderful, and there's sedum that have volunteered. Now, you can't really tell right now because it's still a bit of a mess. I'm not going to call it a mess. I'm just getting in here to start to do a bit of a cleanup, spring cleanup, remove some of the weeds. But what I've done is I piled soil on top of the rocks, and I've planned it so there's still a path between the mounds, which will be more defined once I do a bit of a cleanup. So I'll show you again in a few weeks. I've done a good amount of planting, and that will become more apparent. But I love the paths, and that this is something that I really wanted to do and I really love. And it's, I've had to be patient because it has taken time. Lots of chickweed. I will be harvesting some of that. Great for anti-itch cream that I make. Wild violets. There are a lot of them in the garden as well. So, patience. Observe, learn, and grow. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.